Todd, I think they were 9 of 15 on third down, a lot of third and long. What was going on the defensive side there?
The two touchdowns they scored, one was 3rd and 10, one was 3rd and 14. We had two busts. That should have never happened, and that's on us as coaches, on us as players.
Well, what happened to the other third downs? Why were they so successful throughout the game doing it?
They got some 3rd and shorts. It wasn't 3rd and long. They got some 3rd and shorts. Give them credit on a few, and we busted a few, and we misplayed them from a leverage standpoint. So we got some work to do.
What's more frustrating, the lack of success on third down or the inability to run the ball tonight?
The entire game. When you lose a ball game, you don't have one thing that you're happy about.
Can you take us through the decision to punt on 4th and 2?
Pretty sure the ball was kind of back there at the time. It was about 11 minutes left in the game. We felt we had time. They ate up more clock than we wanted to.
Todd, this is twice with the Eagles and then with the Lions. You guys are going against some of the best in the NFC and haven't really been close. Is it disconcerting to see those two games not be as close as they were?
Well, I felt it was close. So, it was 10-3 at halftime. We felt we made two busts in the second half from a defensive standpoint. Offensively, we can do a lot better from a scoring standpoint. I thought it was a hard-fought game. I thought the mistakes we made put the game to 20-6, and we couldn't recover.
Todd, along the lines of what Greg asked, last year going back to San Francisco, Dallas in the playoffs, this year Philadelphia and Detroit, is it just that your squad doesn't match up well with physical teams?
I thought our squad matched up pretty good today. I thought we made a lot of mistakes and looked like we came off a bye week. We don't compare who we play and how we play. I think each game is different. I do think we have a good football team. I think we're young. I think it felt like we came off a bye week and we looked sluggish and we played like that.
Kalijah Kancey seemed to have played a good game today. What did you see from him?
Can't say I was totally focusing on him. I saw him get a sack at the end. I'll see the film and see what happened.
Todd, offensively, Baker's been really good on third down. It wasn't so much tonight. He missed a few throws. I know it wasn't just him, but could you talk about offensively on third down, some of the frustrations?
Well, they did a good job on third down, completing a higher amount of percentage. We were, I think, 2 of 12 on third down, which was not very good at all. We weren't good on first or second down either, so you can say the whole game was a wash from an offensive standpoint.
I know the ground game has been kind of a work in progress throughout the season, but what about the screen game today? Your thoughts on that? I know it seemed like twice Baker had passes batted down at the line of scrimmage. Just your thoughts.
They're going to bat some passes down. I just don't think we functioned very well, and we moved very sluggish on offense.
Todd, it looked like Baker took a hit to his nostril and shoulder late in the game. Is there any reason for concern there?
It was his hand, actually. It was his left hand, not his shoulder. X-rays were negative. He got a contusion. He should be okay.
Chris Godwin was not a large part of the game plan, at least until the final 2 minutes. Does that feel like a missed opportunity with one of your better players?
It takes 11 guys to get Chris the ball, so if we're not protecting up front or we don't have time or they're doubling him, you got to go elsewhere. Credit them for a good game plan, and, we'll go back and reload.
I know that Baker wasn't able to complete a pass to Mike Evans until the second half, and I want to say he was like 1 for 7 when targeting Trey Palmer. Was there anything they were doing defensively that was making that a challenge?
We missed some throws, obviously. They played some too high. They mixed it up pretty good. Aaron did a good job there, and we missed some throws. Again, we looked sluggish coming off a bye.
What's it going to take for this team to run the ball consistently when it wants to?
Work, practice, effort, coming together. And we're 3-2. We'll get back to work tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
Todd, you talked about the team a couple times now being sluggish off the bye week. What do you attribute that to? Was it too much time off for the players last week?
They get time off, so that's not even a question. It's a matter of executing. We're not making any excuses. They beat us. I give Dan and Detroit all the credit in the world. We know what we look like, and we got to get back to work and fix it.
When guys are sluggish out on the field, it can be not just a physical, but sometimes a mental thing too. Do you actually think was it more mental than physical, or a combination of both?
It really doesn't matter. When you lose a ball game and you're sluggish, you get back to work and you fix everything.
Todd, you mentioned busts on the 2 touchdowns on third and long, but they had 2 other conversions on 3rd and 10 or longer to have 4 in the game. Is that more than individual busts? Is that a more fundamental problem?
It's a lot more when you get 3rd and 10 plus. It's not a fundamental problem. It's communication. It's things that we can do better.
How much, too, of those 3rd and longs that you guys were giving up as a defense were a function of just being out on the field for so long?
There was no function of that at all. 2 of them went for touchdowns. 3rd and long, you got to get off the field.
You mentioned the bye a couple times. Did they handle the bye week well? I mean, they were 3-1. You talked about handling success as well as.
They handled the bye week very well. They came back in shape. They practiced hard. They was in tune with the game plan. Give Detroit all the credit in the world. We make no excuses.
What's going to be your message to the team after this?
Getting back to work. I told them we look sluggish, and when you have a hard-fought game in the first half and you make too many mistakes, one team's going to come out on top. They didn't make any mistakes. We did. We lost the game.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.